Timely! Innovations out of BC to meet all your curbside pickup requirements, from a newly designed cup carrier that's also a to-go box? Yeah, believe it, it's true. Barn box styles of containers to vented food boxes to keep your food from becoming soggy. Guess what, folks? Today is our first interview segment with Troy Ruscheinski, Vice President, Sales and Marketing at Seaside Paper Products Limited. I'm super excited to share all this with you. Namaste, everyone. My name is Elish P. This is Food Packaging TV. All that and more coming right up. Seaside Paper Products started in 1978 as a paperboard converter mainly producing industrial and food service products. They are a privately owned and managed operation and have an awesome corporate culture that's kept its team members on board for over the last 30 years. Located in British Columbia, Canada, Seaside Paper specializes in small run custom printing. What's pretty admirable about the company is that their entire supply chain has been carefully vetted to meet high standards of quality and environmental stewardship. From their paper sourcing, ink selection, non-toxic adhesives, and special water-based coating, Seaside Paper Products have proved a sustainable and healthy functional products for your takeout needs. Keep this in mind that everything you're about to see from Seaside Paper can be 100% compostable, or should I say made compostable. As I mentioned, I had a chance to do our first interview on the show with Troy Ruscheinski, VP Sales and Marketing at Seaside Paper Products, and I'll be sharing clips in and out the video, but I wanted to let you know that I've added below a new FPTV podcast so you can hear the entire interview, and I've also left you the link for the entire interview video that showcases Troy and his various deep dives on the product line. So, let's begin! The Tallis Burger Box of 4 inches. Perfect for gourmet burgers with heavy fixings and thick Beyond Meat patties. Nah, I mean?
For sure, you know what I
mean? This is actually a new product, fairly new product that we do. It is the Clam to Go Gourmet Burger Box. And it's available in unprinted. However, it is the tallest burger box on the market at 4 inches. Most burger boxes are going to be 3 1/4 to 3 1/2 inches high. So we developed this custom for a couple of our customers so they can put, all their gourmet toppings in on their burger.
What makes your products compostable? And what's the difference between Seaside versus those from offshore?
As far as compostable, everybody's talking about compostable. They want compostable. Not everything is stock as compostable, but everything we make can be made compostable.
So what is it that makes the product compostable? Is it a liner? Is it an additive? Or is it, what is it?
Compostable, when you say compostable, most people don't realize it needs to be industrially compostable.
Correct.
If it is unlined, like I'm just going to show you, a lot of our product is completely unlined. So basically, it's inherently compostable or biodegradable. It's like basically a thick piece of newspaper or a napkin, basically, right? So it is going to not only compost industrially, but it will biodegrade. So that's unlined. What we then have is, for the standard takeout box like this, if you do see a compostable one, it is probably, if it's coming from offshore, it's probably PLA.
Correct.
So PLA is polylactic acid and made from corn. However, a lot of the cities are having problems. The city of Vancouver, for example, and I've actually worked with the University of British Columbia, who has their own closed loop composting facility. And so they do testing of compostable products. Then the city of Vancouver actually looks to them and say, okay, well, what's actually working? Because a lot of things are, say, compostable on the bottom, right? Ours, we've put compostable on it. They say compostable, but they're not compostable. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff coming from the imports from Asia, there's no regulation on the PLA. So PLA can break down easily over time or with heat or with UV light, stuff like that. So what I think some of the importers have done is actually mixed a little bit of actual poly in with it. And what happens, it makes it more stable so it doesn't, it doesn't melt or when you put something hot in it or something like that. So that's why some cities have actually banned PLA. The city of Vancouver has, and that was based on the University of British Columbia's direction. So what do we use? We don't use PLA on our boxes. We use a material called Flex Shield, which is a water-based lining, and it's actually developed in Quebec, and it's certified by B&Q in Quebec as compostable, and it is free from PFAs, other fluorinated chemicals, which is a huge thing right now in compostable product. We actually use the same Flex Shield board that fold pack out of the US uses. We've both switched to that. They used to use a PLA. We decided we didn't want to jump into the PLA arena for this, so we have gone with FlexShield. Does it cost a little more? Yes, it's a little more expensive, but we can guarantee that it is certified in Canada to be compostable and is also free from any PFAs or fluorinated chemicals or what have you.
So being that it's a water-based product, how does it fare if you're talking about microwavability or freezing or freezer?
It is actually way better than PLA as far as stability. You can microwave it, you can freeze it, you can put it under a heat lamp. You can't bake with it or anything like that at high temperatures, but it will withstand the normal heat when you're reheating or keeping something warm, or if you're putting, let's say, fried foods into a takeout box, like let's say these guys, when they're putting their poutine and their fries right out of the fryer, extremely hot, right?
Yep.
Some PLA product will actually melt and you'll get little holes in the PLA. And then what's happening, that's actually getting on your food as well. FlexShield will not do that. And it is FDA and CFIA approved as well.
What is Seaside's claim to fame?
Our number one product is the Java Jacket. And we actually produce the actual licensed trademarked Java Jacket for Java Jacket. For Java Jacket Incorporated, so almost like Kleenex, Java Jacket. If someone else is using the term Java Jacket and it's not us, they shouldn't be using it.
We went over all the various product offerings Seaside has to offer, including custom-sized design, and it went something like this.
When we first started doing takeout boxes, it was this style, the 4-flap lid style. We started doing that, but we started doing this at the same time as the importers, and we saw, oh, they've got such good pricing because it's coming from China, right? So what did we do? We said, you know what? We're going to be unique and we're going to be able to custom print in low minimums, which we do. But also, we actually do a lot of other sizes that are custom that nobody even does. So we have the ability to do stuff like that, such as, so let's say there's the number 8 style box, right? Size box, which is standard. This looks like it, but this is actually a 1/2 inch shorter. And so this is something that no one else is doing. And we did it for a company in Quebec called Poutine Allures, or they also have Frite Allures. So because they do the volume, we could do a custom size box for them. We have actually several other sizes that we do that no other manufacturer does that anybody else could do as well, and only an 18 case minimum. So that's the one thing, is the pack to go. So that's the 4-flap style.
So your pack to go, how many different sizes do you actually do that are stock?
There are 4 stock sizes in the pack to go. There's the number 1. There's the number, that's the smallest one. Then there's the number 3, or sorry, the number 8. Okay. Then there's the number 3. Then there's the number 4. And we do those in polylined kraft and the compostable FlexShield line kraft. And we also have a stock white version that's polylined as well.
Am I seeing here a number 9 and a number 443? Are there shaded
so those,
special order?
So,
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so those are available. And like, let's say the number 9 is a special size. That's the number 9 here.
Very cool.
And so that's just a special size that was custom printed for a customer in Toronto that does kind of a hoagie. Nice. So anybody can get this size as well. It's just an 18 case minimum, whether it's unprinted or custom print. And the 443 size is basically the same size as a standard burger box, basically, but it's in this style. So then we thought, you know what? We need to be a little bit more unique. So we came up with the snack to go version, which we have all the same sizes as in pack to go, except, there you go, except it is a easy to use single flap lid, and it actually locks better than the 4-flap lid because you have 3 locks on the sides and on the front. And it also has a built-in vent in the lid. So if you've got something hot in there, you can actually push that in to release steam if you want to, so that your food doesn't get soggy. And one other advantage to this is as well is with our three lock system, it's a lot harder for that lid to pop open. And that's especially something that you want when you're doing takeout and delivery. You don't want the lid just popping open. Some other styles of this type of box, like let's say if you go to KFC, for example, they actually put an elastic band around it to keep that lid closed. You don't have to do that with this. And you look in the snack to go line as well, there's a lot, when you look down the spec sheet there's a lot more different sizes. And some of those are unique sizes like this one, which is a foot-long hot dog box that we made just because a customer wanted it as well, with double vents in it. But a lot of customers are using these, and I also do a 7-inch version as well, but are using this for all sorts of things like putting a row of sliders in it, a poutine, whatever, because you can actually easily hold it in one hand. And so we do tray versions of this as well. If you are walking around at a food truck event, if you have the tray version, you can even have a burger and fries in it. You can put a burger on one end, standing up, and then fries on the other, and you easily be walking around carrying it in one hand and eating with the other hand.
One particular box that I was hoping that I was going to get in the sample kit, I perhaps should have just made it very apparent that I wanted this one, which didn't come.
Yeah.
Here's your barn box.
There's a compostable version that I did for Cookies by George, which is a chain of cookie places out Western Canada. We did this specifically for them as unlined compostable. Like I said, everything we make can be compostable. So this is a brand new item that you don't have samples for, and it is compostable, but here it is right now. It is the same size as our Snack to Go 753. So it's one of our largest Snack to Go boxes. However, in the last 2 months, so many inquiries from people saying, you know what, we're doing delivery and takeout now, and 4-cup pulp tray is not working because we can't put it in a takeout bag. It's too big on the bottom in our bag. As well, it's people are saying that their drinks are not safe as far as from contamination, right? The driver just puts it on the floor of his back behind his seat or something like that, right?
You're right.
So with this actually will fit in most standard takeout bags very easily. And you can drop it down in the bag. It'll hold 2 cups, anywhere from 8 ounce to 32 ounce. I'm working with another major company on takeout for their cups, and this is a huge 32 ounce cup. And it fits in there perfectly. Then you put it into a paper takeout bag. Let's say, for example, you can staple that bag shut or put a tamper-evident label on it, and then your drinks are safe. But the thing with this is it doesn't tip over if you put 2 cups into one of those 4-cup pulp trays, you have a good likelihood it's going to tip over.
You're right.
So with this, even if you're carrying it like this and putting it by itself like this on the floor or in a bag, it is much more stable. The thing we're doing with this, though, too, is you can use this as a takeout box. So if you don't push in the holes, you can use it as a compostable takeout box, or you can put in 1 drink like that, and actually the number 1 size box will fit inside this next to it. So you could be delivery, you can have a side and a drink in this box.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. And we have a new product I'm actually launching next week. I'll send you some information on it. Yeah. But some dividers to fit into any of our pack to go or snack to go boxes that you can make 2 or 3 compartments. So you could even put that divider into this and have an actual divider in there, so you could have something not going to touch at all.
I like that. That's brilliant.
So all of our trays are the same size as our boxes, just without a lid. So let's say if you have the pack to go number 1, the number 8, the number 3, and the number 4, all those boxes are available in a tray without a lid in our tray to go line. And then obviously we have the other special sizes like our 12-inch hot dog, the 7-inch hot dog.
You know what I mean?
Guess what else they're into.
And another thing that has been, people are wanting to have lids and something covered. So aluminum, I don't know if you're seeing, but aluminum containers have seen a spike for meals to go and stuff like that. We don't do aluminum, of course, but we do lids for takeout boxes. Obviously, this is a custom print that was done for a restaurant in the prairies, but this is something where it's really inexpensive. It works out to something like less than a penny a lid in order to be printed versus unprinted.
Super reasonable.
Yeah, and something we're doing on it, though, is, sorry, I don't see it right here, but we actually have this is foil, right?
Yes.
So all the manufacturers have done foil. This is not even recyclable. So it's one of the few products that we have that is not really that earth-friendly, right. But we actually have worked with the Canadian manufacturer of PLA to have a heat-resistant PLA lining. So we actually can make this in a compostable version with a PLA lining. So you'll basically see craft paper through a clear film of PLA, and it will be heat-resistant as well. And so that's not a stock item yet, but it is available as a special order. It's only a 20-case minimum to do a compostable takeout lid. And then you can do a print as well, like there's another print as well. Not only that, but I'll get into, we do a lot of pizza products as well. Pretty much our whole pizza products are compostable. This is our pizza liner sheet, which is, there's basically three types of sheets that people are using for pizzas. It's going to be either a wax sheet, which acts just as a barrier. A lot of times doesn't do much as far as absorbing grease and stuff like that. Then there's ours, which is an embossed piece of paperboard. So it gives you the bumps, gives you air so that you get airflow, and it also will absorb grease. And then there's also the corrugated style, which you might have seen in the market. Ours, we're finding, is the best value because it's cheaper than most corrugate, but it works really well, and it works way better than a wax sheet and gives you more of that absorbing properties, keeping your crust from getting soggy. So this is one of our best-selling items, is our pizza liners. That's available stock item in many sizes. Taken the same board, and we've made a tray. So you can have a pizza slice tray that is made out of the same thing. It comes flat, and you just fold up the sides, and there you go. It's better to use than a paper plate because it actually fits the pizza. You know, people when they're using a paper plate, a lot of times they curl up the plate, and it's all just trying to figure out how to hold it.
Yes,
so this will actually hold the piece of pizza in there. Also, we even do a single slice. So if you notice, all of these boxes are made out of paper boards. They're not made out of corrugate or cardboard, right? Like heavy. So we don't do the full pizza boxes, the square pizza boxes, but we'll do specialty boxes like this that we can then custom print. There's even a flatbread pizza box that we make as well. It's a special rectangular box that I might not have sent you a sample of, but that's another good seller of ours.
Okay, so I got to be honest. For any restaurant looking to get their branding on these type of products, the low minimums offered by Seaside Paper Products combined with the shortened lead times and it's made in Canada is like a hat-trick combo for any conscious hospitality establishment. Make sure you ask your local distributor for Seaside Paper Products by name. Tell them I sent you. And that's going to do it for today's episode on Food Packaging TV. My name is Dilesh P. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to subscribe, like, share, comment, and check out our Instagram page. I'll be posting on the daily. Ciao.
Sweating, you know.